welcome back to my channel where I show you everything that I am doing to reach financial freedom. Okay, so today's topic, it's about something that I have learned throughout my journey. It's that pretty much working a 9 to 5, working a full-time job, or just working a job, it's not for everyone, right? It's one of those things that it's like, it's the norm in society, it's what we're expected to do, but it's not for everyone. Kind of like college. Not being for everyone is something I had to learn the hard way. I myself went to college. I come from a family where education was like, you have to go to college. So that was my mindset for the longest. But then I learned like college is not for everyone. Education is not for everyone, because there is not one specific path for everyone to follow. That is very unrealistic to think. So if you're watching this video, it's probably because you're either frustrated in your job or your 9 to 5, or you want to become an entrepreneur, or you just have these feelings towards the workforce that, you know, are making you unhappy. I personally was miserable for the longest. I have worked many jobs, well, not many jobs, but I have worked a couple of jobs ever since I was a teenager. It's starting from like entry-level retail to then, you know, sales, and then to then corporate sales. And I was even in the medical field for a while. I mean, that's what I went to school for. And something that I noticed is that every time I started a job, like a new job, I will be pretty excited about it. It's probably because every time I got a new job, it was like a stepping stone in salary for me, like in how much I was earning. So I was always pretty excited about it. But then eventually I would freaking hate the job, and I have even quit jobs before without having another one lined up, just because I was so miserable. And ultimately 2019, I decided this job thing, this 9 to 5 thing is not for me. And I'm gonna tell you guys what are the things that specifically made me come to that conclusion. But before I get to that, guys, please be sure to give this video an early thumbs up, help me out with the algorithm, and be sure to subscribe for more content like this. Okay, so this is not one of those I don't dream of labor videos. I already made a previous video talking about that whole culture, how I feel about it, and I told you guys there, I dream of labor every single day. Nothing makes me happier than to wake up in the morning and work my ass off towards something. The more I work, the more money I make. I love it. I love dreaming of a labor. And like I said, I have pretty much loved every job that I have worked. Otherwise I would have never taken the job. I don't feel like I've ever been in a situation so desperate for money that I have taken a job that I know I'm gonna hate. So what is it that ruined those jobs for me and that made me realize that I am just not made for this 9 to 5 crap? So the first thing that always ruined a job for me was plain and simple, the people. The people that I have always worked for. Like at first it's like, you know, you're getting to know them, oh my god, like we co-workers, we love each other. But eventually, like I think that seeing the same people over and over and over 40 hours a week like can be very tiring, and people get bored and people just start talking shit, right? I have made it into some like really hostile work environments that I have just been dying to get out of, and that is the reason why I have even quit some jobs without having another one lined up, because I'm like, my mental health, it's not worth a paycheck. Like literally people have ruined it for me. So I would say that is one of the main ones. I personally thrive off of jobs where I just work alone, work by myself. Most of the jobs that I have had has been like in the sales environment. So usually has been like teamwork, sometimes competition between one another. And it ultimately just has led to me like absolutely getting tired of people. Like I am an introvert at heart, and there was nothing more that I hated than waking up in the morning and having to go deal with people that I really did not care about. You know, I'm just like, why am I dealing with other people's negativity? Like I really don't care about them. But that was one of the things that made me realize having a job for me would be difficult, because I just don't like dealing with co-workers essentially. Okay, and this is like the biggest thing for me that always turns me off every job that I have had. Like, you don't understand, guys. Like, I personally believe I am a workaholic. When I love doing something, when I want to do something, and if you tell me that if I get it done, it's gonna make me more money, I'm going to do it, right? Like, I like to believe that I am a very dedicated worker. Like, just give me the work and I will do it. Like, I was raised on the belief that if you're going to do something, it doesn't even matter how much you may hate it. If you're going to do something, do it right. So with that said, the things that have ruined jobs for me, jobs that I could have otherwise been the best at and I literally worked my ass off, was literally the lack of freedom. To me, it just never made sense, like, not having freedom from a job. Like, it never made sense, like, bosses thinking that all I have to do in life is this job. Like, I am a person with interests and other ambitions and you know, dreams, and the fact that I will be doing a job and then, like, my bosses thought that that was it for me, like, it was just crazy. Like, it's crazy that you literally get stuck in a job and you're unable to flourish in any other segments of your life because this job is just completely controlling your life. And let me tell you what I mean by lack of freedom. I mean having to ask for permission, which is not even the worst. Fine, ask for permission, but then being denied time off from work. Like, are you kidding me? That is like literally reliving my childhood all over again. Like, asking my parents if I could go somewhere and then saying no. Like, now that I'm a grown-ass person and I thought I finally had freedom over my life, now I'm gonna have a job and a boss controlling my free time. If you are allowed X amount of time of PTO, why can't you just take it whenever the hell you want? Like, it's absolutely ridiculous to me that us adults have to ask other adults for permission to go live our personal lives, to go on vacation, to go travel, to go take a loved one even to the doctor. If we have something that we need to do in our personal lives, why can't we just go and do it? For me, that was just not it. Like, I do not want to have to ask permission to do something I love, such as traveling, and then people having the audacity to say that no, that I can't go. Like, oh my God. And last but not least, something that I couldn't deal with was micromanagement. It's like, you know when you're like when you were living with your parents' house and you were gonna do something, like, let's say you were gonna go take out the trash, and then your parents like see you about to take out the trash, and then they're like, don't forget to take out the trash, and now you're just like, I was gonna do it, but now I don't want to do it because you told me that I have to do it. Like, that is micromanagement. Obviously, if you're being paid for a job, you're doing the job. There is a difference between a manager or a boss who helps you be better in your job and who guides you to be better in your job, and then a boss or a manager who is literally just always breathing down your neck to make sure that you're doing your job. That is absolutely insane. I mean, like, the last corporate job that I had, like, I didn't have to deal with micromanagement. This is something that, like, I had to deal with another sales job. That is literally the reason why I just freaking quit, because before this manager was hired, I was already the best salesperson in the store, and then comes this manager and suddenly starts breathing down my neck. Like, I was already good at what I was doing before you got here. Like, why do you feel the need to have to micromanage me? It's just like, I can't. One of the things I absolutely hate about micromanagement is being clocked in and out. Like, I hate that. Like, I get it. Like, there is a time to work, usually 9 to 5, but I hate it that, like, you can't even show up 10 minutes late without the whole office like scrambling, like, oh my god, she's late. Like, you know, like, it's so annoying, especially I get it, like, if you're working a sales job that you're specifically working shifts, because like when someone else's shift ends, like, yours starts. But for jobs like corporate, or for a role that it's not like you're replacing someone like shift from shift, like, I don't understand why does it matter being clocked in and out. Like, what does it matter as long as the job is getting done, you know? Like, especially things like work from home. Like, work from home was not very available before the pandemic happened. Like, if it's a job that it doesn't matter where you do it from or at what time you do it, why are you being micromanaged into being on a specific location and being there at a specific time? Like, why? It doesn't matter as long as the job get done. Like right now I'm an entrepreneur. I know all the things that I need to do, whether I wake up at 10 in the morning, at 7 in the morning, at 5 in the morning, like it doesn't matter for me because I know that by the end of the day they're going to get done. So yeah guys, that is some of the things that from working multiple jobs, different settings, different industries, I have realized those are the reasons why working a job for someone else or working like a traditional 9 to 5 just is not for me, because I love working. Like I said, I love working. I love waking up in the morning and working my ass off. If it's something that I'm really passionate about, if it's something that I want to do, it is going to get done because I dream of labor when I love what I'm doing. So based off of that, like I have found jobs that I love what I do, but it's just like it being a job itself has ruined it for me. So I realized like if I'm willing and I'm able to work as hard as I do for someone else, then you know what? I could do it for myself and make it my own time and make it an environment that I actually enjoy working at, you know? So that is why a 9 to 5 is not for me. Let me know if the things that I said kind of resonates with what you're thinking. Like, is that why you're thinking of quitting your job? Is that what you feel like working a regular job is not for you? Be sure to leave your thoughts on the comments down below. Remember, give this video a thumbs up to help me out with the algorithm. Subscribe for more content like this. And other than that, I will see you on the next one. Bye.